how wonderful it was to have Tom from the Royal Flying Doctor Service visit on Tuesday. The replica aeroplane that he brought along was a super hit with the children, and his informative and engaging educational sessions helped to really consolidate our learning from last year. Some of you will recall how our Outback Morning Tea event raised money for the Royal Flying Doctor Service. Our Christmas concert play was also based on this wonderful Australian story. Well, we certainly got our athletics day right the second time around. It was a beautiful warm day and we had plenty of parent helpers to ensure that all events ran super smoothly. Many personal bests were set and our children's sportsmanship really shone through. Well done, kids. What a lot can change in 2 weeks. The Australian response to the COVID-19/coronavirus is now in full swing. Our Prime Minister, Mr Morrison, has made it very clear that the current best available advice is that schools should remain open. However, prudence also demands that we also prepare contingency plans for remote learning options as well. Such preparations are well underway at Woodside. Thanks to those parents who have filled out the Internet Connectivity Survey shared on Class Dojo. Please add any other issues such as lack of internet connected devices at home in the comment section at the end of that survey. Woodside is a tech-savvy school, so our resilient students will have little difficulty transitioning to a different form of learning when and if required.
Okay guys, so we're out in the playground getting ready for if the school shuts down. So we're doing some remote learning. We've only had one problem so far. It's really confusing when something doesn't work, but since we're a problem-solving school, I think we're going to figure it out just fine. And in the end, we're all hoping for the best. Our education is quite important.
Thanks must also be extended to our talented and dedicated teachers for all your extra work preparing these additional resources. So, I wish everyone a great last week of term.
Last Friday, we all participated in a range of track and field events. The school split into 3 groups and competed fiercely to win a ribbon, an overall girl and boy champion for each group. Special thanks to all the parents who helped run the events and capture the footage you're about to watch.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's heavering to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm working, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. And when the money and for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. When I come home, oh, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. And if I broke, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's growing over you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be a man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
Congrats to Portia, Ted, Grace, Eddie, Meg, and Charlie.
On Tuesday, we met Tom from the Royal Flying Doctors Service. They help people who live in remote parts of Australia. He showed off lots of equipment they use to help people.
Miles and miles from your nice.
Here I am. Call me Dr. R. Sullivan.
My job is I'm the Education Manager for Royal Flying Doctor Service. It's a little bit like John Flynn's job. So John Flynn didn't fly aeroplanes, he wasn't a doctor. What he did, he spoke to people. He said, well, we have a great need to help people who live in the outback of Australia.
Friend in me, you got trouble, and I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. If we stick together. See, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Some other folks might be big and stronger too.
Captain, over and out.
None of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you, boy, and as the years go by.
I had a dream so big and loud, I jumped so high, I touched the clouds. Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
So my name's Michael Roberts. I'm one of the football development managers at AFL Gippsland, and my role is to introduce game development opportunities for our schools, for Auskick, for umpiring, for young girls and boys, and to support our local clubs as much as I possibly can. So Woodside Primary School, as I said, it's always a joy. Not only are the kids wonderfully respectful and very polite, they're also a joy to coach. They're resilient and willing to learn and try new things. And often we do some little experiments with the kids because they're very willing, but they're also very blessed, and we think that's part of the reason I enjoy coming out here is that the kids are willing to play and fall and try things and experiment with things, and I think that is a credit to the parents and the school that the kids have the opportunity to do those things. Yeah, I could come to Woodside Primary School every day. It's always a joy.
I howled at the moon with friends, and then the sun came crashing in. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. But all the possibilities, no limits, just epiphanies. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, I'm never gonna give it up. No, just don't wake me now.
Throw it up on you.
Well done to Grace, who competed at the Region Swimming Carnival last week.
Hey everybody, how's it going? This is the update from the Science Committee in the school foyer. So today we're going to talk about stick insects. Now, different stick insects have different types of color. Like the one I'm holding here, he has a yellowish color, and you can see, I hope you can see little spikes on him, which I think is sensitive hairs. And did you know female stick insects don't even need to mate to have babies, but the downside of that is that all the babies will be female, but if the female did mate with a male, it would be a 50-50 chance of having some of them would be male, some of them would be female. Stick insects, they have little hooks on the end of their feet so that they can hook onto the leaf when they're climbing. And thank you for listening. That's all for today.
Our fire mitigation works continued with Dylan from Mossy's Electrical completing a job on Thursday. Mossy's Electrical is owned by Noah's family. He was keen to check up on Dylan's progress at playtime. Contact Mossy's Electrical on this number. Thanks to Trent for digging our tree holes. And Carolyn and Stacey for planting some of our trees.
Also thanks to Dan for planting the remaining trees in our picnic area.
Thanks to Christy Barclay and Kate Baldwin-Bland for continuing to make Fresh Fruit Friday possible. Thanks to BJ for cooking delicious quiches last week. It was lovely to see Sky's grandparents too.